This is the photo resurfacing, according to some sources, that shows for some reason Meghan was pregnant, which is not true. Simply because we know Thomas Markle, her father, he said something shocking. What did he say? This is exactly what we'll be learning in this video. But we also want to maintain that whatever you see from Meghan Markle is not necessarily what is true. She makes things up. In this video, during her suit show in Toronto, it is being alleged that she was pregnant. What was she hiding? Before we talk more about this, guys, if you are someone interested in this topic, consider to subscribe. Most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider to subscribe. Let's take a look at this video, but before I do that, I just want to read some of the comments. That way you will know what is happening and then I'll play the video. It said, one thing for sure, her father told us she had hysterectomy when she was 29. So no children. Harry just told us the children are not from them. Thomas Markle Sr., he made it absolutely clear to all of us, guys, that Meghan cannot be pregnant. If you see children, Archie, Lily, you need to really ask for proof. Because how can a woman who had this hysterectomy in her late 20s can have children in her almost early 40s? This doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense, especially now looking at her behavior, especially when it comes to her kids. They are they're living in a secret society almost, like you do not even know what is going on. So why we should not doubt, why we should not raise questions? Let's take a look at this video a little bit more and then I will explain more.
During a 2010 episode of the drama series Suits, Markle, who played paralegal Rachel Zane, did a small understated curtsy in front of Rick Hoffman, who played attorney Louis Litt. An Instagram user whose page is filled with news about the royal family recently posted the footage, arguing that Markle's perfect execution of the movement only proves she knew well how to curtsy long before she met Harry, and that a whole bullshit on Netflix about curtsying to the Queen of England was just mockery. Some royal watchers ask whether Meghan is pregnant here after seeing this clip, as she has the right shape. She has more belly than at the beginning of the cradling of the stomach. One social media user commented, "She looks very more pregnant there than what she was supposed to be, or maybe postpartum, but you know." The second said, "She looks pregnant, nice rounded bump, stomach bigger here than when she announced the pregnancy." Another posted, "She looks more realistically pregnant here than during her pregnancies." There's a fan theory that Meghan got pregnant and terminated a pregnancy without discussing it with Trevor. There are no facts to substantiate this, just that the Suits wardrobe said she was pregnant during filming, and they let seams out and then she wasn't anymore. It seems like a plausible scenario as to why Nick Pretty was upset with her. Meghan Markle made her first husband agree to a pregnancy contract to make sure she was afforded every possible luxury if she gave birth to their child. The then rising actress was so concerned about the rigours of baby making and getting herself back in celebrity shape that she demanded husband Trevor Engelson pay for a personal trainer and a nutritionist to help her along if they conceived. Meghan also ironed out childcare details to ensure Engelson was happy to pay for a nanny. At the time of the agreement, said to have been a couple of years after a 2011 wedding to producer Engelson, Meghan was finally getting success with TV.
One thing I do want to make mention of, which I find very bizarre to say the least, and that is that Meghan Markle living with her second husband Trevor Engelson for so many years. How many years? I think 7 or 8 years, or maybe more than that. Did not have any kid. And then voila, marrying this prince and having babies in matter of just a couple of years. Things don't really add up. I do not know what Meghan is plotting, what she's planning. Oh, Meghan, please tell me. She is such a cunning person. She can make things up. Let's read from your comments and see what you guys have to say. I'm sure that Thomas Markle said Meghan had a hysterectomy when she was young. I heard she had a child, maybe children, but also that she had a few terminations. So maybe she damaged herself so much she had to have a hysterectomy. Now this is another comment coming from Janet Zinsley. Heard this when she was in Suits. she became pregnant, and next day she was no longer pregnant. Probably when she had the hysterectomy, there was an earlier photo when she was younger and definitely had a pregnancy bump which disappeared. Not surprised, sleeping her way to the top is written in her body language. She is a social climber. For her to do a hysterectomy, it doesn't really make sense, does it? Because you want to reach to the top and you want to use guys. Well, I think it does make sense, because if you have kids with some people, how can you move on to the next guy, right? And how can you climb the social ladder and be at the top? If you have a kid with a guy, you get stuck almost, and nobody will like you for that. I mean, most men, they do not want you to have a kid when they want to have a relationship. They prefer single mom, right? Not single mom, like a woman without any kid. That would make more sense. So doing hysterectomy makes more sense. But then meeting Prince Harry and then all of a sudden getting pregnant, oh man, these things don't add up. I mean, how can you not get pregnant with Trevor Ingleson, your second husband, for so many years? Especially now we also know, and I have reported on this before, Meghan was actually having a baby with her first husband, and they kept the kid. Some said Samantha Markle adopted the kid. She is living with her. Others said no, the husbands or the father of the kid, the biological father of the kid, I'm talking about Meghan's first marriage, he kept the kid, his family kept the kid. So it is so convoluted sometimes, and we know Meghan is not trustworthy. Whatever we are trying to investigate here, it is only going to create more questions than giving us answer. And this is why one person, he or she, said that Meghan must be investigated. N62, she wrote, could be bloating or close to her monthly, can't be pregnant, then not? Question mark. So she's referring to the photo in Suits, that she cannot be pregnant in that photo because the next moment we know she was not pregnant. J.C. Whitting, it said that she wasn't pregnant at the time. The reason for her bloat is when she was going through fertility. She had her eggs harvested and froze embryos or eggs. Well, anything can possible. There is no doubt about that. When it comes to these clips, these videos, we will see a lot of other strange, bizarre things coming from Meghan Markle. I don't know if they would hire or rent another kid in the future. Harry said, we are done. One boy, one girl, one daughter, one son is good. But you never know. They might try to rent another kid, because if Catherine is having another baby, then Meghan would definitely consider to rent or hire another kid. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.